Happy Friday, everyone. I've got 3 Julie's Jewels for you today. Yes, I've settled on a name. I know you were waiting with bated breath. Every Friday, I'm going to do a video providing some nuggets of wisdom from my clients and from my own transformational journey. So I've got a few today, all from my clients. The first one is you can either be right or you can be in relationship. I have a client who's a lawyer who represents clients in a disenfranchised population. These people have been marginalized and are seeking benefits. And they are usually coming to him feeling raw and angry and triggered. My client is an expert in this area of law and knows the system is largely rigged, meaning it's an unfair system, it's unjust, and he can only get them a certain amount of payout in the confines of this system. He finds that he's often arguing with his clients about what the trajectory of the case should be. And needless to say, this makes his life difficult because these people are already raw, and now he's in conflict with the people with whom he's supposed to be in partnership and for whom he's supposed to be advocating. So I encouraged him to think about righteousness. I don't know about you, but I love to be right. It's like the best thing ever. If we're holding on to that righteousness, it gets in the way of creating partnership and relationship. So I asked him to kind of put it down and say, all right, I might be right. How can I reach this person on a different level? How can I relate to them? How can I connect with them? Through that lens, you can create a different kind of partnership, let go of the righteousness, and actually move towards a healthier relationship so that he can do his job better. You can either be right or you can be in relationship. That's nugget, jewel number 1. Jewel number 2. As healthy adults, and I say that because if we're children or if we're unwell in some way, this does not apply. If we are healthy adults, we have the responsibility to be a demand for our needs. What does that mean? It means as healthy adults, we are responsible to get our needs met. We have to be the ones to know what our needs are and then to ensure that our environment is providing for our needs. So case in point, I have a client in an organization who his peers have less work than he does, and yet everybody has the same level of staffing. So what we worked on this week is saying, okay, he needs to be an advocate and a demand to get more resources and more help given his workload. Simple, yet what's important to recognize is that the responsibility is his. Occasionally someone will say, hey, I see you need some help, let me give it to you. And that's great. But that's the rare exception. By and large, we have to take ownership of what our needs are and then make those requests, make those demands, and obviously in a professional way such that it's enrolling, but make sure that we're getting our needs met. That's jewel number 2. See, I can't even get my own language right. Okay, jewel number 2. Jewel number 3 comes from Brené Brown. One of my favorite leaders in the world. And I did her Dare to Lead training. And she says unequivocally, clear is kind. And I fully believe that. So clear is kind. And the inverse, I had to look up the difference between inverse and converse, by the way, but I'm confident this is the inverse. Unclear is unkind. So what does that mean? I have an example of this. I have a client who got promoted and got promoted because her boss, gave her the promotion. She asked for it. He gave her the promotion, and it sort of happened as a matter of course. She put in to get 2 of her team members promoted, and those promotions did not come through, notwithstanding the fact that she had gotten buy-in from the right people in the organization. So she does not know right now why those promotions didn't go through. Someone told her there was additional paperwork that was needed, but it's unclear what paperwork. The process of the promotional process lacks transparency. That lack of transparency means lack of clarity, and that is not kind. People cannot adjust their expectations and create predictable behaviors in environments that are unclear. So clear is kind, unclear is unkind. And those are my jewels for today. Happy weekend.